Sound check testing.
Hello, Diana. Hello, my name is Miklos Gaspar, and I'm the head of digital communications at the IAEA. We are live from Vienna, our headquarters, and this is the 9th session in a series of lives where we discuss what it is like to work at the IAEA and how the recruitment process works. We'll also answer some of the questions we have received from applicants like you. If you have any questions related to what we will be talking about today, please put them in the comment box and we'll try our best to answer them at the end of the session. Today, we will talk about nuclear safeguards inspectors and what safeguards inspectors do. We'll also explain what we are looking for during the recruitment process. We'll provide some tips to help you better prepare if you want to join our 250 safeguards inspectors here at the IAEA. We recruit between 10 and 15 new inspectors every year, and June is recruitment season for us. So if you're interested, check out the vacancy notice on the IAEA website. The deadline for applications is the end of June. So that's enough of an introduction. Now let me turn to our panel, 3 safeguards inspectors, 3 colleagues of mine from here at the IAEA. So first, we have Judy Wisniauskas-Gomez from Colombia. She's a research reactor expert who first joined the IAEA in 2014. She has been an inspector since 2018. Andrew Yu is from Malaysia, and he worked at his country's nuclear regulatory authority before joining the IAEA, also in 2014. Amina Uthman from Nigeria worked at her country's nuclear regulator before she became a safeguards inspector here 2 years ago. So Judy, first question is to you. Could you explain to us what safeguards are and what inspectors do?
Thank you. Good afternoon. Okay, so safeguards entails the verification regime of nuclear material around the world. It's a set of specific measures to verify that states are complying with the Non-Proliferation Treaty, or the NPT, and making sure that the nuclear material is being kept for peaceful uses and purpose. And these measures are being implemented by nuclear safeguards inspectors, among other specialists here in the Department of Safeguards. And we go to the field, we review the accounting records of the nuclear material, we measure the material, we visit nuclear facilities and review the design information of these facilities. We collect all this information, we come back to headquarters, we analyze what we've got, and we report on these results.
Thank you very much. As you'll hear today, nuclear inspectors come in all shapes and sizes, from all kinds of backgrounds. So first, I'd like to ask each of our panelists, starting with you, Andrew, what your background is and what motivated you to join the IAEA.
Good afternoon, everyone. Andrew from Malaysia. My bachelor background is on medical physics. My postgraduate is on export controls. So, as I have been in the nuclear regulatory in Malaysia since 2008, I was involved in the export controls, and I got to see that there is a lot of international cooperation that is needed to ensure that the regime of export controls is performed correctly. That is where I get to know about the International Atomic Energy Agency. By joining the IAEA, the ability to contribute more to the regime of non-proliferations, as well as the ability to able to interact with people from many places, and as an inspector as well, we get to go to a lot of places to learn a lot of to get to able to visit a lot of nuclear facilities. And the most importantly, in the agency, they give endless training for people with very little nuclear experiences to ensure that as a nuclear inspector, we are able to perform our duty efficiently and professionally. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Amina, what about you? Could you tell us about your background and what motivated you to join the IAEA?
Hello, everyone. So, for me, I have a first degree in biochemistry, basic sciences, and then I have a postgraduate degree in environmental management and technology. So, I worked with the regulatory body in my country for 8 years in safeguards. So, for me, it was literally career development. Like, what's the next thing? And the IAEA is the only organization that offers that opportunity for me to progress in safeguards. So, I joined the agency for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Judy, what about you? What's your story?
Okay, so I have a Master of Science in Reactor Physics and Technology from the University of Birmingham in the UK, and I have around 10 years of working experience in different fields of nuclear, such as research, reactor education, utilization, nuclear safety as well. And it's a basic answer for me. I was mainly motivated because of the mission of the IAEA. It felt to me very inspiring, and I felt I wanted to be part of that mission. I knew it was not the regular 9-to-5 job. It was going to involve some hands-on activities, and I felt that's something that I find interesting, and yeah, maybe that was the main reason.
Very good. Thank you very much. So now moving on to those hands-on activities, I'd like to ask each of you, what's the best thing about your job at the IAEA? So, Amina, your turn to start.
So, the best thing about working for the IAEA, you get to meet professionals who are really professionals in their field. Everybody knows their stuff, and the teamwork is great. So you're working with people from different backgrounds, different cultural upbringing, and you need to harness all this, and it makes you on the top of your game. So it's an organization that is unique in the sense that there is no other organization in the world that does what we do here. So you get to work with about 250 unique people. Out of the world population of 7.8 billion, you get to be one of those. And for me, I think that's when I sit and say, oh, I'm a safeguards inspector, it really makes me proud of myself. And okay, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I know sure that I'm on the way. So it's a really great feeling, and for that, I really love working at the IAEA. Thank you.
Thank you. Judy, what's the best thing for you?
Okay, I must say I really agree with everything what Amina said, and I could have the same answer. But in order not to repeat, the best part for me is that the nuclear industry is a very specialized industry. So when one specializes in a particular area of nuclear, one ends up working many, many years in that field or in that specific area and working in a specific facility for many years. The good thing about being an inspector is that you get to see different facilities from the whole nuclear fuel cycle. So you end up going to facilities like research reactors, nuclear power plants, enrichment facilities, conversion facilities, and not only one type of nuclear power plant. You get to see light water reactors, boiling water reactors, CANDU type of reactors. So it's really, someone that really loves nuclear will find this very, fun and interesting. And it's, again, what Amina was saying, very, very unique. So yeah, that's for me the best part.
Thank you. So it's the mission, the uniqueness, and the diversity in the technical work. Andrew.
I concur with both of my colleagues, but my personal opinion will be as I was mentioning earlier, IAEA provides countless training. They will ensure that every young professionals that come in as safeguards inspectors are well trained. The knowledge that is imparted by our inspectors, the experienced inspectors and the trainings, will ensure that we are always on top of everything. Apart from that, the most importantly is the agency's ability to promote opportunity for young professionals. The ability for us to come in as a white paper, a piece of white paper, but they are able to shape us and into a persons that are able to accomplish responsibility as a good safeguards inspectors. So the working environment is very diverse, and the opportunity is always there. Yeah.
Thank you. So many people watching us are interested in this field. So I'd like to ask each of you, starting with Judy, what advice you would give to them as they prepare to possibly apply?
Okay, one particular advice that helped me specifically was the fact that I had the opportunity to explain in my application that I was involved in some sort of hands-on, previously hands-on activities, such as having used detectors, for example, being in a lab session, having performed research reactors experiments, or being involved in the performing of research reactor experiments. So all those type of very practical and hands-on activities are very useful when you apply. So to let the IAEA know, you know how to handle equipment, you know how to calibrate an equipment, how to measure material, and so on. That's, from my experience, was very useful. So that's what would be my piece of advice.
Thank you. Andrew, what advice do you have?
Importantly, in my opinion, as a young professionals or as whoever wants to apply, is do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to highlight your ability when you write your essays, because every small contribution means a lot for the panels to describe who you are and be truthful for who you are. So that itself will able to show that you are someone who is confident and are really interested to be joining this organization. Yeah, thank you.
Amina?
So for me, based on my experience, I'm from a country with little or no nuclear fuel cycle activities. And yeah, we do work mostly on nuclear fuel cycle activities. So I would advise you have to have a balance. So you don't have nuclear fuel cycle activities in your country. That's absolutely fine. But you could read up on these things online, use online articles, you could learn from them, just to have an idea of what it is. You may have the knowledge, but you just need to prove to the recruiter that I can do this, and then you need to have this open mindset that you are open to continuous learning and development, because just like my colleague said, you are shaped eventually to fit into what's the mission that you have to achieve at the IAEA. So be open and let them know that you have a learning mindset, which we all it would really help your application process. And don't let anyone tell you that you cannot be one of those 250 inspectors. I tell you, everybody is qualified. You just need to show them that you can do the job and prove to them that you can do the job. So, and also use opportunities. The agency offers a lot of training opportunities, even at the state level. So if you can get across with your state and see what kind of training opportunities that may be open for you. From there, you can start and keep growing, and you improve your knowledge. So, and don't apply once. Keep in, like I told you, 250 people in 7.8 billion. It's really competitive, but I'm sure with perseverance and consistency, you will definitely get in.
Judy, you'd like to add something?
Yes, I just want to add something to what Amina said. I always end up discussing about research reactors, but the thing is, with research reactors, they normally are in universities, which are open sometimes to the public. So you can, an advice would be, find out if there's a research reactor in a university near where you live. I think in Nigeria there's a research reactor, and contact them and let them know, hey, I'm interested to know how things work in here. I want to take a look at the research reactor. That will be a way of how you can say, okay, I've been in a nuclear facility. I know how a research reactor works. I took a look at the design information and so on. So that would be also very useful.
Thank you. Go ahead, Andrew.
I'm being inspired by my colleague, and I would like to share one more, is that if you have or you know anyone that is working in the agency as an inspector, it is good to approach them and then to get a know-how on how is the daily life of inspectors and what is being expected. But if you don't have, I believe you can ask the organizers. 3 of us are more than happy to assist you, to be like a virtual mentor for you if it's what you needed. I think 3 of us are more than happy to do that.
Thank you very much. Well, on that note, these were all our questions. Typically at this point, we would be asking questions from the audience, but because of the technical glitch that we had earlier, you were not able to send us questions, for which I apologize. Please come back next month when we do another session that I'm sure we'll be able to start on time. And in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter and check out our job openings, including for safeguards inspectors at ia.org/employment. Thank you and see you soon.